when we started having Bible studies, I just noticed we weren't clicking, we weren't connecting. So the first thing that I did was I had learned through Richard Twist and some other Native leaders to approach things in a more Native style. So we did talking circles rather than kind of the standard, like here's the preacher and you guys sit in chairs over here and I'm over here. I'm above you or I'm standing above you or whatever it is. But we sat Native style in a talking circle where everyone's sitting, everyone's equal. And that began a process of doing things in a Native way. So we would share scriptures and then we would talk about it in this talking circle. Well, one of the things I noticed was that the standard NIV wasn't making really good connection. And so I started uh, rewording the scriptures in a way with some of the men and women in the jail ministry in a way that related better to our native way of speaking English, because over 90% of our native people speak English and they don't speak their traditional mother tongue. And that's because of the boarding schools. That's because of the idea that even though the missionaries were translating the New Testaments into many different native languages, on the other side of say the left hand of Christianity was doing that, and the right hand of Christianity was running the boarding schools where they wouldn't let us speak our language. So do you think they're going to let us teach our language? Not going to happen. So that's why our native people didn't learn to read our traditional languages. We didn't have our own written languages prior to the Europeans coming. So the missionaries had to actually create a written language with the help of our native people to actually create a New Testament that could be read in that language, which again, 90% weren't able to speak the language, even less. I've estimated in talking with so many Native people, Native believers in Jesus on different reservations, that probably less than 2% can actually read their traditional languages.